Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about Crescent Lunge, and I'm going to show you a few different variations that you can do in order to kind of support where you're at in your practice for this pose. So we're going to get started. I have my lovely assistants here today. Go ahead and fold forward, put your hands down on the ground. Good, and I'm going to have them step their right foot to the back of the mat. So we'll do a left-sided Crescent Lunge here first. So first version of this pose, I'm going to have her drop her right knee to the mat. Yes. So Fenneretti's untucked her back toes, which is exactly what you want to do here. And then with her back knee down, she's going to walk her hands up to her front left thigh. Yep. And then lift her torso up and then reach her arms up. Okay. So this is actually low lunge, not crescent lunge. But if crescent is too intense for your body, this is the version that you take. So she's lengthening her tailbone, strengthening her low belly, and growing on her side bodies up and away from her hips. So now we'll take it into the second version of a crescent lunge, prepping your body for it. Jen is going to be here in this nice lunge position. She's sucking her left thigh bone back a little bit deeper into her hip socket. Yes. This allows her to lengthen the left side of her torso to match the right side of her torso. Now lift the right hip up so that it's not dropping. Yeah. Yes, there we go. Okay. So Jen has the option to stay here with her fingertips down on the ground, or she could walk her hands up to her left thigh and just lift her torso up, keeping her hands on the left thigh. So this is a supported version of crescent lunge. She could still work here on lengthening her tailbone down, lifting her low belly in and up. Good. That's it. Yes. And then she's just focusing now much more so on her lower body and the stability in her low belly. Now Ginger's going to come into the full version of the pose, so I'll have her lift her arms all the way up and overhead. Good. And once she's in the full position, notice she bent her front knee a lot deeper and dropped into it. So in Crescent, you have a couple options. Ginger has her back leg nice and straight here. If you feel super tight in your right hip flexor, you might need a gentle bend in the back knee, and that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and have you re-straighten and extend. Yeah. So in this position, we're kind of finding a scissoring motion here. Her left hip's drawing back, her right hip and thigh are drawing forward, and from that space, she can then find length in her low back and lift in her low belly. Again, I'm going to kind of lift her ribs up off of her hips, so she lengthens the side of her waist. Yep. And then if the arms are up overhead, again, we find the wrapping in here of the tricep and upper arm, the wrapping back of the bicep and inner arm. Her shoulders are kind of in a happy medium place. They're not scrunched up by her ears, and they're not depressed down the back. Good. Oops, sorry, Jen. And then from here, you can lift your sternum up a little bit higher, giving her an extra challenge by kicking her in this position and broadening the collarbones. Yes, beautiful. So it's important to have the weight here kind of in the big toe mound side of the foot. So once you find that, make sure that your knee isn't pushing out to the side. You want it stacked right over the ankle so that you're supported. This is a much more supported pose than having the knee behind or in front of the ankle. Beautiful, ladies. When you're done, bring your hands down to the mat. Good. Step your back foot forward, come into your forward fold, and just grab opposite elbows. Okay, so Crescent Lunge is an awesome pose for your hip flexors. It really helps to open up the front of the hip and then lengthening front and side bodies. All right, we'll see you back here next time.